You know, one of the real quiet, great seasons that was had last season was by Matt Ryan. He was only 76 yards away from throwing for 5,000 yards, and he had 35 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. He also had a very nice completion percentage at 69.4% and a passer rating of 108.1. These numbers are nearly what he was at when he had his MVP season. Well, the one difference being, of course, in his MVP season, he had 9.3 yards per attempt, whereas this season, he still had a very good 8.1 yards per attempt, but just not quite at that crazy level. But I still think it's worth mentioning that Matt Ryan kind of had a great season. It's not his fault his defense died, but what I really want to show you is how he can be so effective. One thing that makes him so good is his ability to read defenses. Like, take a look at this play, for example. Cincinnati's running a pretty basic cover 3 zone, and these are the routes that the Falcons will be running. As you see, there is a curl route going right there that could kind of be open. It's a little bit in a gap in coverage. However, the problem is there is going to be a linebacker in coverage right in front of that curl route, meaning Ryan wouldn't really be able to make a great throw from where he's at. As you see, that Bengal even notices the curl route and is going to move up to try to get further in the way. So what Ryan's going to do on this play is actually move forward in a pocket just to give himself a better angle to hit his receiver. And as you see, now he has a better angle to try to get it to Julio, and since he is such an accurate passer, he's able to hit it through that window, and Julio makes the catch and they're able to pick up some yards. It's a really smart play by Ryan. He really realizes what the best way would be to get the ball to Julio, and is able to move to give himself the best angle to get the ball to Julio. The reason why I chose a play where he threw the ball to Julio Jones is because I want to talk about how Julio Jones fits in the system and how Matt Ryan uses Julio Jones to his advantage. As you see on this play, Cincinnati's running another pretty basic scheme. They're running a cover 2 man, and this is the route concept that the Falcons will be running. As you see, that's Julio Jones' route, and it's not really the best way to beat man coverage. And even if you take a look at post-snap, Jones really isn't that open. I mean, there's still a Bengal right near him. However, Matt Ryan knows that Julio Jones is very tall and very good at making these catches when the ball is thrown up high. So what Matt Ryan is going to do is simply just hit Julio Jones where only Jones can make the catch. This is a great catch from Julio Jones, and it shows how athletic he is. But I think it also shows of how good of a job Matt Ryan does in making a conscious effort to hit Julio Jones where it helps Julio Jones making the catch. If you use the analogy that each receiver is a tool in your tool belt, Julio Jones is basically a sledgehammer, and you're trying to take down a wall. However, you still have to know how to swing a sledgehammer for it to work, and Matt Ryan certainly can swing that sledgehammer. This next play is another really interesting one. The whole point of this play for the Falcons is they're going to try to fool Tampa Bay into thinking that's going to be a run. One way they're doing that is by having a fullback and halfback in the game. And as you see, since Atlanta does have multiple backs in the game, what Tampa Bay is going to do on this play is have a cover 3 zone with an extra man rushing forward. This now means that they have one less defender in the backfield. For Atlanta, they only have 2 receivers actually running routes on this play. And there is going to be a route that's going to cut right before that safety zone on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, which could allow for a receiver to get open. Ryan reads all this very quickly, sees where a receiver could be open, and hits him for a big gain. This is a perfect throw, but also a great read from Ryan. This next play is another very good read from him. As you see, it initially is going to be looking as though it's going to be a cover 2 zone. However, take a look at the Tampa Bay safety in the middle of the field. He's actually going to move towards the left side of the screen and going to create a cover 3 zone. The whole point of this play from Tampa Bay is they're trying to fool Matt Ryan. They're trying to make Matt Ryan think it's going to be a cover 2 and throw it to a route that's going to be open in a cover 2, but in fact it's a cover 3 and therefore that route won't be open. However, since it's a cover 3, that means underneath that safety in the middle of the field could end up being open. And as you see, those are the routes that the Falcons receivers will be running, and there will be a receiver running right in the middle of that zone that could be open. Matt Ryan reads all this instantly, makes a throw, and they're able to pick up a first down. Honestly, when I'm breaking these plays down, it doesn't even really look that hard, and that's because Matt Ryan makes it look easy. He seemingly does this all the time. He can terrorize opposing defenses, and it's one of the reasons he's not just an MVP, but he has a chance of being a Hall of Famer.